sometimes about golf. I'm Bill Bush of DriveRangeHeroes.com. That's Chris McEwen at Chris McEwen on your favorite social medias like OnlyFans, TikTok, the works. We're back in the garage. It's not so hot today.
It's a little stuffy in here.
It's definitely, I was gonna say, balmy and sticky.
Right.
But it's good to be back. We're doing.
It is good to be back.
Doing the gosh darn thing.
It's true. Hopefully everything's working properly.
Probably not. It's that range life difference.
Right.
As always, go down below, hit subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified every time a video goes up.
Yeah.
Subscriptions are getting close, hitting that 1,000 giveaway. Chris put a notes thing together to share who we need to reach out to about giveaway stuff.
Yeah. It's a pretty good list.
It's a good list. We'll see what actually happens. That's always the fun part. We do have one pretty... Here's the thing. We have one for sure commit. We talked to them this past week, and they're like, yeah, we're in. I don't know what we're in means, and I even said, like, let's clarify, what does that mean? And they're like, yeah, that sounds good, or that. So I don't know what that giveaway is going to be, but we'll settle that. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And podcast listeners.
Oh, yeah. I always forget.
Yeah. Make sure you rate and review the podcast because it helps get it in front of other people. And, subscribe to it if you haven't. This is your first time here.
And what do we always say? Tell a friend.
Yes, tell a friend. I always forget about that because all my friends know. I've already told all my friends. Most of them don't give a shit.
I say all of the friends,
but,
right?
It's right. Right.
How do you know Chris?
We've been hitting
golf internet. What?
Yeah, right.
Got it.
Right. Just speaking of the podcast again and its growth, its popularity.
Hashtag growth.
Thank you to everyone that has been listening because we hit yet another milestone. I didn't share it with you, but a big monthly number. Big monthly number. These past 28 days or so. Something's happened. We were talking about the speed pocket on YouTube that we hit, and then the podcast lately.
I heard it goes foreplay pod, no lane up, us. That's what I'm hearing for the month of July.
In that order, it goes up, it changes. We sometimes we're too, You know
what it is? It's our hot takes and breaking news about live golf.
Right.
This week in live golf. Just kidding. Who fucking cares?
Oh my God. I can't tell you how little I care about any of that.
Well, it successfully has made me care even less about all of the golf. And again, as I say, I don't go on the golf social medias. And I saw I had a notification on the @RangeHeroes account, so I flipped over just to go see what it was. And when I did, just the first tweet in the timeline was you on one of your usual semi-rants. Wasn't a rant, but semi-rants of quit telling me how to enjoy golf.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, yep, that's it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Everybody you need to do this about live or PG. I'm like, no, I don't.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it.
I don't need anyone to tell me how to enjoy the professional game, and I certainly don't need anyone telling me how to enjoy the way I want to experience golf personally.
Can we extrapolate on that?
Sure.
That's a good word.
Sure.
I don't need anybody to tell me how to enjoy anything in my life.
Well, yeah, but I feel like in our little golf world, it's so I don't know, man. I don't. Maybe there's other Twitter worlds that are like this too. Maybe
I'm sure
Tesla Twitter is the same way where they're telling people
it has to be so bad
how to enjoy their Tesla or whatever. But I just feel like in our little golf world, that is such a prevalent thing. I don't know if it's for clicks or what. That was one of those things. Was Golf Digest doing a thing about? They asked all their writers or something, does music belong on a golf course?
Yes.
And it's just, the whole thing is a straw man argument to begin with. Because the assumption is you're blasting it, you don't care about anybody else. You know what I mean? Well, that's just a life rule. That's just don't be an asshole in general.
Imagine that.
Can you just, nobody wants to hear your loud, obnoxious music on the beach, at a restaurant, in a car going down the street. It's all annoying.
We don't need restaurants on this show. We need restaurants.
Restaurants. I'm just saying, it's a stupid, clickbaity, nonsensical argument that no one has. It's like hoodies on a golf course. Nobody cares. Stop making it a thing.
Along those lines, it's we got 2 gems from them this week. Does it count if you break 80 for the first time? the next day. The
Oh, yeah,
overnight,
yeah.
Where,
Right.
okay, you know, hey, look, golf blog right here. I get it.
Right.
You have your content. And here's what kills me. I don't think it's a bad piece of content. It's a fair blog post. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
But the legs that thing grew, and I don't even mean engagement, because that's what we're all here for, right? The engagement.
Sure.
But again, I feel like it got very strawman-y, very authoritative.
Right.
It's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, there's just no safe space to have a good conversation or a fun conversation in golf.
Right. The
Unless
fun
you come to this show.
Well, yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm. This is only, well, good vibes. The good vibes episode will be later. That was our new show idea, which we'll expound on later. But don't. Anyways.
So speaking of good vibes, got a lot of golf things. Look at us at a golf show today.
Golfy this week.
I need to tell you, I played a lot of golf. Golfapalooza.
Yeah.
Was happening.
Yeah.
And I think last time we spoke, my golf game was in pretty good shape. And then some friends came to town from Carlsbad, California, who are in the industry. Let you decide who that is.
Pick one, right?
And they said, Bill, Kris, we would love to see you. And while they were in town, they said, we should play some golf. I said, that would be lovely. And then they said, actually, we're playing at Olympia Fields, the North Course. I've played there a handful of times before, and it gets my number pretty good. You've played it. It's a very difficult golf course.
Very difficult. Yes.
And I was excited to join them. I'm thinking maybe today is the day. I mean, I'm not going to go break any course records. I'm not thinking that.
Right.
Maybe. But I thought I'd be in pretty good shape, hitting the ball well. I have to tell you, maybe it's another one. Hey, I bombed out. I was not on a work call the whole way there. So maybe I had the old, hey, separating from work, whatever, can't do it problem. But I just was awful. And largely couldn't get off the tee well to save my life. And that thing has been my gosh darn bread and butter lately. Just bombs. Hitting the driver unlike anything I've hit in a long time. Yeah. And when I'm missing them, I know how to miss them. Everything's perfect.
Right.
Just totally left me. Great. So I had fun with the boys. It was a good time. It's always a fun time to play. That's a fun golf course, even though it's so hard.
For sure.
So, woe is me. I was playing Olympia Fields North, so I didn't care if I shot a million. That's not true, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. That's how you want to enjoy golf. If you want to do that, if you want to enjoy golf that way, enjoy golf that way.
And that was sort of my point. I'm like, I got to be honest with you. I'm just happy to be playing. I don't really care enough.
Right.
Then I'm going to get all worked up about this.
Two great dudes at Olympia Fields.
Three. The pro joined us, who was an absolute treat. Shout out Max. Turns out Max's first golf industry biz job was
YouTube channel?
working at the Village Links of Glen Ellen. So
really?
knowing a lot of the same people.
That's the second reference that you've come across.
And he goes, trying to think where I was going to take the guys for dinner after. He's like, you should take them to Alfie's, which is a Glen Ellen staple, which is it's not very good. I don't know if the mics picked that up, but maybe if you're watching this, you got the facial gesture.
Right.
But it's a point, like it is a staple. Thing is, we got done. Olympia Fields is far from here, so we didn't have time to do Alfie's. But the guy knew. Good old Max knew the spot. Yeah. So he was super cool. Great time. Anyway, meet up with the boys the next day to do some work, make some content.
Sure.
And you were there.
I was.
Same thing, man. Just no idea.
I witnessed that one, yeah.
What the driver is going to do. And I made progress, I think, toward the end. Yeah, I was working at getting some data and to do some stuff. It's like, well, this is playable, but I'm hoping maybe some time away from the course, from the driving range, all of it will do me some good because it is just...
Usually does. Usually the way it works.
Oh, boy. Just gone.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that. So my exciting golf, or run of exciting golf, came to an end right in time for you to head up to Lawsonia.
Oh.
How was it? How was the trip?
Should I set the table for those that don't know what Lawsonia is or where Lawsonia is and that kind of thing?
Part of me is like we've talked about it to death on the show. Other part of me is like, if you're just joining us.
Yeah, so I mean, we have listeners and viewers from all over the world.
All over the world.
So, Lawsonia Golf Courses, there's 2 of them. There's a little town called Green Lake, Wisconsin.
Little town, yeah.
Yeah. Roughly 3 hours, actually 3 hours on the dot from Chicago.
Very blue collar, middle class area.
Right.
That was you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Some sightseeing on the way up there, for sure.
When you get there,
Anyways.
you want a $1.8 million, 1,800 square foot shack. That's your place.
Right. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially these. I mean, some of those houses on the Woodlands course.
Oh yeah.
Holy moly, man! Those were just incredible. Incredible. Anyways, yeah. So they have 2 courses. One's the Woodlands. One is the Links, and they're exactly as they're named. The Woodlands is a tree-lined sort of golf course, right? And the Links is a wide open, what would you call it? Wind-blown sort of.
Is that wide open? Hold my beer.
Right. So yeah, it is. So those are the 2 courses, and what they do is it's super cool. It's just a cool golf place. It's not fancy. The clubhouse is just a dinky little clubhouse. The restaurant's a restaurant, whatever. I had the Wiscon-chos for lunch.
Kind of reminds
which were
me
amazing.
Kind of reminds me of Ralph's by Spring Valley, the clubhouse.
Okay. Yeah. Probably.
Right.
Probably. Very understated, But they do this thing where you pay, I think it was like $140 or something like that, and you play all day. You can just keep running.
The one course alone is worth, not arguably, is worth $140 for 18 golf holes.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily. The Links is incredible. And since the last time we were there and we played it, they have renovated Woodlands.
I was going to ask.
Yeah, so it's in way better shape. Even that is probably an $80 golf course.
Was the renovation just to like, hey, get it back up to snuff, or was it like they redid a lot of stuff?
They tree removal and just kind of
spruced her up.
took care of it.
Okay.
Right? It was sort of like the forgotten
No new holes, greens. Okay.
No, just in much better shape. I would say, yeah. Again, you put Woodlands in this area and it's $80.
Okay.
Yeah. So we played both. It was me and Adam Unfiltered and the guys from Chicago Golf Tour, Rob and Tom. Awesome dudes.
Not a radio show.
Had a lot of fun with them. And we played Woodlands. I was terrible. So you talk about your driver leaving. My short game and putting was
This makes me feel better.
atrocious. So I probably shot $1 billion on Woodlands. However, sat down, had some Wiscon-chos,
Had a conversation with yourself.
and then headed out onto the links, and just shot a 40 on the front once, circled back when we went through and ended up shooting an 83.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you played the front nine. You're like, well, because we're playing all day. Let's play the front nine again.
No,
right
but
away.
then after we got done 18, we're like, well, let's shoot out and play another 9 on the front, and shot, I think, a 39 on the front again. Just everything clicked. I think I might have found
Don't say
my
it out.
putting stroke.
Don't you say
No,
it out.
I think I found it. I was thinking like they were giving me at a certain point because we were playing Scotch. Have you ever played Scotch?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, first time I ever played Scotch. But they were giving me 6-foot putts. They're like, you've been automatic all day with those. Take it away.
Should we have a YouTube series? And I always said we need to do this on the old driverintros.com for the Googles, but how to play all the various games, and we can just, do a lot of fancy jump cuts. Maybe have
For sure.
Maybe have our buddy Frank join us.
I think we should do a video for every game, maybe.
Well, right.
Or,
You make a Scotch game. You make a
Right.
6-point video. You'd make a...
We played Scotch, and then Adam left after 36.
Okay.
So we played 5-3-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we played that too, which was a lot of fun. I won all their money on 5-3-1, which is great.
Do a game I hate. Wolf.
Nobody likes Wolf.
But why does everybody like, let's play Wolf?
I don't know. I don't know. Even those guys, and they love gambling on the golf. They love playing like that. They're like, Wolf is the worst. It sucks. I've never played it, but I just feel like everyone hates it.
Do you know what we need to do? make up a game that doesn't make any sense, but you and I can, oh yeah.
True American. We got to play True American. Oh, you don't watch New Girl? Oh, they have a game called True American. Scotty knows. I think Scotty knows.
You're pointing at the camera. Scotty doesn't watch. He only listens.
It's true.
Quick reminder. Magic Dragon still sucks. It's so bad.
Anyways, yeah, so in New Girl, they play a game called True American. And it's a drinking game they play in the loft, but the viewer never really knows the rules of it. It's just like pure chaos. It's like a drinking game. I think they described it as a drinking game with a little bit of Candyland in it. But it's like, but you're moving around and the floor is lava. That's the one rule we all know, the floor is lava.
Maybe that's our golf. The golf game is the fairway is lava. And we can't. Here's what I'm wondering.
Negative point for hitting the
Do we have enough like unspoken, real question here, enough unspoken chemistry? Because if we said, oh, we have this game we made up and our friends love playing it with us, and because naturally they go, well, you guys can't be in the same team then.
Right.
Do we have enough unspoken chemistry to play off of each other in that setting to be like, yeah, and so, right, that's exactly how that works.
Yes.
And you'll ask a question, and I'll be like, oh, yeah, when that happens, you do X, Y, Z.
For sure.
And, like, you think so?
We could pull that off.
Okay.
For sure.
So, for all those...
I wish we were recording this, because we could have done it to Josh and Grant, and they would have never been the wiser.
I mean,
they don't watch
they'll
the show
both still fall for it, even if they watch this.
Right.
Obviously.
So, anyways, just real quick about Lawsonia. The way to do it for those that haven't gone up yet, if you're in Illinois or if you're from far away and you're not in the area, I still want to do this at some point with like us, with you, me, whomever. Just make it a 2-night trip, and really push the boundaries of play all day. Like go there the night before, stay in a house. They're not expensive. Airbnbs there aren't expensive. I rented one a couple years ago when I was up there doing the Sand Valley, Lawsonia, Madison trip. They're not that bad. Stay the night before, get there first out, and see how many holes we could play for the day. Stay that night too, and go home in the morning. I think that's the way that you really get you get your money's worth. You played 36 holes, you got your money's worth for sure.
The point, I would argue play 18 holes for 140. Well, it's not $140 to play 18 even.
No.
Like if that's the all-day rate, it's
that's the all-day rate. Yeah, that's the all-day rate. That's play as many holes as you possibly can. And the cool thing too is, well, we went on a Thursday. Mm-hmm. So when we were on the front nine the second time on the links, on the links you can see the front nine. You can look out, you can see the whole thing. Or when you're on like 7 and you're elevated a little bit, you can look back and you can see every hole on the front nine. We were the only 3 people on the front nine. On that second run, that's
hard to believe because
that's the thing. It just wasn't. It's a Thursday. It's late in the day. Everyone.
We played, did we play on a Friday maybe? Because I felt like it was jam packed. And it's still the only halfway food. The old an old lady with a shitty gas Weber grill.
Yeah. So that food is. So we had, Evan and I both had a hot dog on the turn on Woodlands. It's so good.
Stop with the hot dogs are hot dogs are hot.
No, that's not true at all. What are you talking about? You're telling me an Oscar Mayer is the same as a Vienna?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yes. Thank you. That's all. No, you can stop. No.
No. Like, yes, there's good hot dogs.
Right.
But when you start getting like, oh, it's not Vienna, but it's this all beef and that, like to me, they all start like there's cheap hot dogs, there's expensive hot dogs. People need to cool it with the hot dog.
I'm telling you,
I like a good hot dog. I want to be clear with you.
Yeah, okay.
I love a good hot dog.
Don't backtrack, okay?
No, I'm just saying.
You already said all hot dogs are made the same, so you have no.
I stand by it. Stand by it.
Anyway, so the food, to me, anyways, the halfway house food has gotten better in general. And the other thing too is that there are halfway houses, and there are there must have been 4 beer carts rolling around.
Good beer carts at Lawsonia.
Very good transfusions. I had a couple of them too during the day. So anyways, so just played the links really well. For whatever reason, it just agreed with me. I think on Woodlands, the greens are exposed by different, like either there's a lot of sun or there's tree cover. So the speed, local knowledge, if you played that course every day or every weekend, you would know which holes were fast and slow, I think. Mm-hmm. And that's where I struggled with putting on those. Everybody struggled on Woodlands putting. But But yeah, otherwise me and the Links were like, we were pals, man.
I have to get up there. I don't think I'm going to get up there this year, but I want to.
Yeah, we're going to try to do, we were talking about doing Michigan next, but I would like to try to rally the gang and get a group of us to go.
I feel like this golf season, and I don't mean this as negatively as it sounds, this golf season's going to sneak to a conclusion real fast this year. Where it's like, oh, there's like one weekend I have an outing, and
Sure.
I'll go play. I know I have one I have to do on the books to do, not on the books, but in the cards to do with Tweeter and John in Wisconsin, which is going to be a big one. Might add a second one to that. So right there, like I'm already piling them up, you know.
Right. And those are full days, like, you know.
One of them's not, but it's enough, and to do it right, I will make it a full day, so I'm not having an Olympia North situation.
Right.
There is rumor of drop everything and do it in Michigan opportunity. Hopefully my wife will not listen to watches. She won't. But that is a thing. And I'm going, there's only so many weekends left. There's only so many whatever. And then there'll be the, random pops up like, hey, the season's winding down. Let's sneak out. We're doing something with Tour Edge end of this month as this is released, or early next month.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
You told me about that?
I did. A certain color that is not white farm animal. Maybe where...
Yeah.
Yep,
I got it. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
So that, I mean, it's going to...
I didn't realize those were connected.
It's going to catch up. It's going to catch up fast.
Well, I mean, so we've got that. I've got an outing on Friday. I've got my September trip to Michigan where we play 1 billion golf holes. I've got a trip potentially to Utah/Nevada in October. And then I'm off to the Caribbean in December.
That's depressing. I'll miss you.
That's I didn't even start talking about. We started talking about Europe next year.
That'll be lovely.
Yeah.
Are we closer to the cameras than usual? I feel like it's in kicking distance, and that's not normal.
I mean, nothing's in kicking distance of me.
That's
I'm way far away from that stuff.
That's true. It's true.
But maybe. Anyways, if you can get up to Lawsonia, I highly recommend it. I'm going to try next year. We've talked about it. That would be, my Arizona trip, bringing it to the Midwest. That would be where we would play if we can make it happen.
Can't go wrong.
Stay on the lake, nice big house. Pull some of you guys in.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
A lot of fun.
Well, good. I'm glad you guys enjoyed yourself. You made it back safe.
I did. 3-hour drive. The Prius eclipsed 100,000 miles on the way there.
Congrats.
Yeah, that's a big milestone.
And economic and environmentally friendly at the same time.
I never had to stop for gas.
Man, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Whatever it was, what is it, like 150 miles one way, 300 miles, never had to stop.
That's really good.
It's the best.
Gas is so cheap up there, though.
The best. It's true.
Hashtag shout out Illinois.
It's true.
And
my ribs are still killing me.
Still hurting.
Oh, yeah, that's not going away anytime soon. That's just going to be a part of life for a while.
I don't know if we've coined it on this show, but the Goodwill Games has...
Oh, real quick.
Yeah,
Wait,
real quick.
before we get into the Goodwill Games, I just want to expand on the Wiscon-chos because I think you'll appreciate this a little bit. So the Wiscon-chos are obviously Wisconsin nachos, right? They're potato chips. They're like homemade potato chips, which are very good.
Okay.
They are jalapenos on there.
And they're Wisconsin because you're not calling them potato chips. You're calling them potato chips.
Right, potato chips. Cheese. And then the secret ingredient, brat coins.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Yeah. Which I think, that was the running joke when we got back onto the links after lunch. And I was just hitting fairway and green, fairway and green, fairway and green. And they're like, man, this is those brat coins. The brat coins really powered you through.
Is it like fake cheese, nacho cheese, or is it like nice shredded
cheese?
cheese?
Liquid cheese.
That's what it's got to be. Yeah. Here's what I'm saying. Do we do an episode? Because we talk about we need to do a barbecue episode all the time.
Yeah.
I think we make that. I can do that. The only thing I'm a little worried about.
I don't know how we make kettle chips.
That's the one thing I'm.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah, I mean, you got a deep fryer? You got like a turkey, like a big fryer?
Not a big one, but we do have a fryer and an air fryer.
You can't air fry. Wisconsin doesn't. I believe air fryers are outlawed in Wisconsin.
I'm just trying to think
of.
of practicality and us actually getting it done. Do you have an air fryer?
Oh yeah.
If you told me to like, hey, what do you think that life experience is going to be like? If you told me it would be spaceships taking off every time it's in use, I feel like it's almost like
life changing.
You can hear the, in your house, you can hear your washer dryer going. You're like, oh, is that what's happening? Like, no, it's the air fryer.
Oh, well, because you probably have a big, massive one.
Not big, massive.
And we have a 2-person, like you can fit like, I don't know, like 1 chicken breast in there, maybe.
That's a little guy.
I mean, there's 2 of us.
Yeah.
You can fit like 15 Totino's pizza rolls in there.
Totino's pizza rolls are delightful.
They're so good.
Delightful.
They're so good. And in the air fryer,
all right.
Oh my God.
Skip Wiscon-chos. We got New Glarus. We'll drink that.
Yeah.
Should we skip Wiscon-chos and just have Totino's pizza rolls?
Well, I want to do, I think we should, I love the idea of recreating Wiscon-chos. We call them like Bilchos.
I love it.
Yeah.
You ever had some Bilchos? Excuse me? I'm starting to think we've also discussed a Thanksgiving episode. Maybe
That's
Thanksgiving
also true.
episodes it's not, I don't know. I kind of like the idea of traditional Thanksgiving fare for the Thanksgiving episode.
Sure.
But we could also just make it like complete trash.
But you could do a traditional Thanksgiving kind of food, but also do like a Wiscon-chos casserole almost. You know what I mean? We could stack it, layer
Remember
it like it's a 4-layer
couple weeks ago
salad?
When Sarah was out here to talk Poshmark with you?
Yeah.
Maybe we need to have Sarah come out and talk Wiscon-chos souffle.
You light it on fire, that'd be amazing.
Be the best.
That would
Can't
be so
wait.
good.
God, we do need to start
God,
something on fire for the
idiots.
show.
Okay, anyways.
All right, Goodwill Games.
Yeah.
So the Goodwill Games.
Is that what these are? Is that what this is from?
First left it. I mean, just so you see, this is because I take them off to clean them when I get it, but you will notice this is a lot of price tags.
It is a lot of price
We are
tags.
gaining traction, and we are going to have, like we've discussed, what Goodwill Games is turning into. It wasn't, we talked about on the show initially being,
us.
hey, we'll just draft the clubs, maybe you, me, intern Grant, a 4th, whatever,
Right.
but the thing is turned into more, and there's plans.
People want to be involved in this. They want in on it.
The hunt for gear for it, draftable gear so everyone can have an adequate amount of golf clubs, has gotten very real. And to the point where it's like...
Because it's what, a 14-club requirement, right? Fill the bag.
No, it won't be a requirement to go all the way, but there will be a minimum where like maybe it's 12 or whatever. We know that. So I have to have enough clubs. And there's a certain bit of like, I don't want to just have junk, but I'm also realistically going, well, I'm not going to find Mizuno MP18s.
Right.
Or in a full set of them, or you know,
Scotty Cameron putters laying around or anything like that.
Don't talk to me about Scotty Cameron.
I know, I
putters
brought
right
it up
now.
on purpose.
Yeah, just don't. I'll tell you more about it off air. Recording has stopped automatically on that camera, and we're back. I want there to be some like playable golf clubs that either are interesting, funny. Funny is a big one.
Right.
And I've learned a lesson, like if you come across a good option for a club in the Goodwill Games that's absurd, whatever, you just have to buy it. Because there's one I saw, I went back, I think 24 hours later, long gone.
Yeah.
And every time I said, let me go back and see if it's still there, thinking, who's going to buy this?
Somebody.
Gone.
Somebody's out there.
One time there was a golf bag. I saw a vintage, super vintage bag. I won't go too into detail. I saw it there in the morning. I'm like, this is cool. But I have no use. This is before Goodwill Games was a thing. And then later in the day, I went, I don't know what I'll do with it. I'll worry about it later, but I have to have this. There's so many good parts to it. Went back, it was gone.
Yeah.
And my wife said, when you were looking at it, somebody else noticed you looking at it. And I think, that happens. So if I see something good, I just pick it up. Now you will notice over here, you can see it on camera, that tarp is covering all the Goodwill game, plus my Loft Lie machine, but all the Goodwill game things, because I don't want you to know what options there are.
I feel like you have a huge advantage here as the purveyor.
I do, and I'm also already working on some sort of host of the event rules and allowances. I'm sorry.
Although you will be, I mean, you're going to be in the draft, so you'll still be at the mercy of the draft.
I might give myself some what these are just the house rules because I am the host of the event. I am Jack Nicklaus at the memorial. Oh!
Wait, so you're telling me we'll talk about that? Because no.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, interestingly enough, so to that point, I haven't had a hard time with various woods. I haven't had a hard time with irons, generally speaking.
Yeah.
There's a certain element, and at some point we'll get more. I don't want to give too much away because of the content, but you need stuff to carry these in, and we said you don't get to use your own thing to carry golf clubs. That's part of the rules.
Right.
So that's even something I've had to look out for and have it be functional and adequate, not a piece of junk, but kind of I like some funny elements to it. Mm-hmm. Can't find decent putters and wedges.
Oh yeah, the putters thing surprised me a little bit. The wedges make sense though. I feel like
a lot of junk putters. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. So I could be like, okay, I got 18 putters. We have enough people. Blah blah. I could do that, but there's that element of
you may be forced to.
When we're done with this, what do you do with all of it? And
donate it back.
I thought that, but I think there's that little bit of I have a guy in Western Springs. He does this. I don't want to say not for a living, but much more than I do and makes money off it. So I do envision a world where hey, bought all this stuff for content, give me an interesting trade, or just give me I know I'm losing money on it, so you can make a few bucks. This stuff's functional to you. So or even we go, hey, we'll donate it to First Tee. Who knows what? Which I will say there's some stuff in here that's more than First Tee donatable and will serve someone well.
Yeah.
But finding decent putters and wedges. So I've found,
my God, putting is going to be impossible.
Oh, I found a gem of a putter this weekend. Oh my God. At first I was like, what is this thing? Yeah, I'm not going to get this. And I pulled out and looked closer and saw something. I went, oh, I'm so excited for this thing. I'm not going to draft it. It's a terrible putter, but conceptually hilarious.
Right.
So we'll see what we can do. I'm getting to the point where, these old sets in the 50s might go up to a sand wedge, and it wasn't like your sand wedge now, but that will be a wedge.
Right, that's your wedge.
Otherwise, if I can only find a random 6-iron, I don't buy an individual 6-iron. I try to keep sets together. And as we discussed before, if I can find a set that's 4 through pitch, missing the 7-iron, such is your set of irons.
Right, that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes.
So we'll see what I can come up with in those things. Now, I didn't want you to see this for the reasons we just discussed, but I want to ask you something. So I found this nice Callaway stand bag.
That's really a thrift store find?
Yep, $6.99.
Wow.
$6.99.
Man, that thing is nice.
Yeah, it's definitely older, and I got the legs stuck in there.
The legs are a little broken, but it works. There it goes.
This for the putter well, a little flimsy. Someone emptied it. Zippers all work.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, not bad. $6.99.
Yeah.
Now,
podcast listeners, it's a clean black Callaway golf bag, probably from the 90s.
Kris, there's something in the bottom of it. We get to find this together.
We've got ourselves a vault situation. What? Oh, just acorns.
Those are walnuts and a spider.
Well, he'll feel right at home.
Another one. It's spider season. There's definitely a time of year where it just gets worse with spiders. I was in here shop vacuuming spider website, barely made it then.
Disgusting.
Anyways,
yeah.
It's a garage. What do you expect to happen?
This is our studio, for Christ's sake.
All right. So the one zipper that doesn't work is the valuable zipper. But I was like, all right, let me see.
But it works.
Right. It's right. I want to show you what I found in it. Some change. Okay, great.
17 cents. It's a good number.
Let's see. Another penny. 18
cents. You ruined it.
19.
So those are all ball markers that this guy used.
Apparently. a Cantini golf
Come on, really?
pencil. All right. I wanted you to tell me something.
Okay.
What is this?
Looks like a one-hitter. Oh, it's yeah, it is. Well, no, it's certainly a vape. I don't know what material or what the contents are of it. It doesn't smell like weed. But it's
I feel like it's in a golf bag at a Goodwill. We can pretend it wasn't for it, but we know. But
yeah, but it's definitely some sort of dab pen.
what a treat to find
awesome,
in your Goodwill
awesome.
donation.
It is awesome.
So
Yeah, there you go.
Check that
Oh,
out.
it's kind of slimy.
Well,
It has no smell to it though. Just weird.
who knows how long it's been in there?
I know. You'd think it's still liquid.
I think it has to stay in here though for the.
Oh, for sure.
Like it's part of the charm.
I mean, I'm gonna draft that bag and use it as my ball marker.
That's a good idea. But anyway, I was very excited. I said this will not go into the tarp covered stuff because I wanted to do that on the show.
Yeah, no, that's
Anyway,
pretty fun.
Goodwill Games. I'm hoping we get to do that this season.
me too.
As we just talked about the end of golf season.
St.
sneaking up on
Andrews.
us.
I think St. Andrews is kind of.
Here's the only thing I was talking about this with my parents yesterday, actually. I think we might have to do it at Bartlett Hills purely out of the shenanigans element
Fair.
because we need someone who's going to be okay with us and our shenanigans.
Right, that's fair.
And Phil will absolve us.
It's true, yeah. Because we'll have cameras and shanks and all kinds of nonsense.
Yeah, it's going to be absurd. Don't make me also turn it into a Hoban, too.
No, we can't do that. We can't do a Hoban with. No, we can't do that.
We got to get a Hoban
But we do have to play a Hoban soon.
this year.
Yeah.
Phil, we need for that, too.
Yeah.
All right,
He said he's already in.
yeah, we got to do it.
Yeah.
You have Tony Finau on the notes. You want to talk about Tony Finau? I don't care about Tony Finau.
Well, I just, he won back-to-back tournaments.
He did?
Yeah, he did. He won
Oh.
last week and he won this week. He was down 5 shots coming into today, I think. And I saw this. Where is it? I just grabbed it because the dude's on I think he missed 2 greens all week in regulation this week. I don't think he had a bogey
Jeez.
all week. Have you ever had a round without a bogey?
Yeah.
Have you? Nice job.
I
He had 4.
4 in a row.
You had 4 rounds without a bogey. Anyways, so this is per Justin Ray, at Justin Ray Golf on Twitter. Great follow. Tony Finau's last 9 PGA Tour rounds. 49 under, 55 birdies, 6 bogeys, 87% greens in regulation.
55 birdies.
Yeah.
My God.
87% greens in regulation, plus 26 strokes gained ball striking off the tee and approach. The guy has just been lights out. That's all. I just wanted to bring that up because it's just a staggering number.
I can't get past
Just
the 55 birdies. I mean, that's
Yeah.
an insane.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, the guy, I watched a lot of yesterday and today, Saturday and Sunday, and it was fairway green, fairway green, fairway green, fairway green.
55 birdies, 6. We are so bad at golf.
I don't know if I have 55 birdies in my life as a golfer.
It's a lot. It is a lot.
I wonder how many rounds it would take me. I'm starting to make some more now
All right.
as of late, but I mean, for years I didn't have a birdie.
Here's the game. We'll finish the season, however we finish it. I feel like both of us are, relatively speaking, in ups and downs and kind
Sure.
of chasing a new world of golf, unlocking a future for us.
Sure.
We will pick a point, maybe April 1st next
Okay.
year, and we are going to record
Birdie counter?
a birdie counter on the show,
Yeah. Yeah.
and just no gimmies.
I'm into it.
Hang on. Reasonable gimmies are fine. You got a 4-footer and someone gives it to you. I'm okay with that for the sake of this thing being fun.
Right. Are they only us playing together? Or can I count? Because I play way more golf than you.
All of them.
Okay,
Just count
all
them.
right.
Just count them.
All right, yeah.
And ideally it's in any,
Right.
how many rounds did you do? Whatever.
No, I'm into it. Viewers, listeners at home, April 1st, we're going to do a birdie counter. Everybody join in.
We probably.
We'll do a giveaway of some kind.
Whoa, look at this thing. See this bug?
That's probably the thing that tried to fly into my face.
That's good for you. It's protein. All right, this feels like a show. So you did your favorite ASCII guy.
Yeah, I don't know what the next. I have nothing scheduled, but I know there's stuff in the queue.
Say, Lord knows, your boy has made enough videos for you.
I'm just not sure. I haven't edited it yet, but I can do that tomorrow.
I think you need to do the fun one, maybe.
Do you ever? Yes, that's the one that's already queued up, ready to go.
Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah,
I gotta write that.
So fun. What's in the bag is scheduled for Tuesday.
Man,
already out as of this video being dropped.
Perfect.
Tomorrow or today as the podcast.
Wait, then we don't have to allude to it. We can say what it is. It's a Daphne head cover.
Yes.
What's in the box? If you don't know Daphne head covers, the makers of the Frank the Tiger and Tiger Woods bag.
Yep.
And many other great.
And that's not even close
characters.
to being the best.
Yeah, not even
head cover.
Not even close.
The one that you have is incredible.
Trying to think. Oh yeah, I did it at my club. So I love it so much.
Yeah.
Get in a fight with my 10-year-old daughter for it. So you don't golf.
Right.
When we go play golf together, you can take it off my club and use it. That's fine. All right, cool. Can't wait for that. What do I got? Got a sub 70 review. It's been a bit. The JB full groove wedge. So it's the JB wedge, but with full grooves.
Scott McEwen's got that one. He loves it.
It's a good, solid wedge.
Yep.
Sneak peek to the review. And Intern Grant's 2022 Bridgestone, the official golf ball of that range life.
Show sometimes about golf. Yes, thank you very much.
Tour B RX golf ball review.
Sweet.
Over there. And
I still need a restock. Really need a restock.
I thought
if they want to continue to get all the benefits of the huge popularity of this show, someone needs to deliver me some golf balls.
If I were them, I'd probably just be like, no, that's all right. Let's be honest. I thought I had like a plethora.
Oh, I thought I had way more than enough, but I had just a couple bad weeks.
Yep.
And that really drained it.
Absolutely.
But that being said, now I've had the same. I mean, now I'm taking balls out of play because they're all beat up, and I've been playing them for 3 weeks or whatever, and I'm like, okay, I got to switch out.
I don't know what you do with those. Throw them in a box, and when you get here, they could be. I'll evaluate them. There's going to be a golf ball component, I think you just said, golf ball component to the Goodwill games.
Sure.
I will evaluate them, and they may be used for that. We'll see.
Sure. Bobby gets first pick of golf. So Bobby, I have a collection for Bobby because he loses golf balls all the time. But
I just assumed that they were beyond playable. That's why you were taking them out. But
but I mean, for him, they're playable.
All right.
Well, come on. Hey, I'm sponsored by Bridgestone Golf. I think I can play a ball.
Let's take it easy over here at Tony Finau. All right. He doesn't play a Bridgestone ball, but we just talked about how he's good.
To be fair, in all seriousness, if they don't send any more, I will just buy some more because that really is my golf ball.
And we won't even be mad at him. We'll be like, hey, we understand.
I get it. Right.
Get it. All right, that's Kris McEwen at Kris McEwen on all social medias. I'm Bill Bush of DriveRangeHeroes.com. Don't forget to subscribe, do all the usual things. If you're, again, listening to the podcast, thank you.
I mean, by next week, we could be putting something together for the subscribers.
Should we make it clear? I love when we have the whole hey, all right, you're doing the close, and then we wait, new topic.
I interrupt it, yeah.
No, it's fine. Yeah. It's not to interrupt. It's we just have to do it all over again. I want to make sure everybody's perfectly clear. We hit 1,000, the machine turns on. The day we hit 1,000, the giveaway does not start. It means it's the wheel starts in motion.
Right.
And hold on to your butts.
Yes. That's a fair
That's all. I hope.
Explanation.
Hope we really do need people to hold on to their butts. But, so bear with us a little bit because we're trying to make it good. All right?
Yeah.
It's fair to be like, when's that giveaway happening? That's fine. Give us a bit when you hit it. Because we're trying to make it a good one. All right? Kris McEwen, Bill Bush.